Okay.
Alright, tell me what.
Yeah.
Should I introduce myself or something?
Yeah, introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, my name is Dan Landers. I'm an electrical engineer, first graduated from Northeastern. I do a lot of work in a place called Artisans Asylum in Somerville, Massachusetts. I work with a lot of people that do large, enormous, scary robots like Project Hexapod, like a 4,000-pound giant rideable robot that we're making. Stompy, yes, Stompy. In fact, my friend right here, he's a BattleBots champion. Come in.
Come on. Hey.
He's Adam Vercoon. He's a BattleBots champion. He's also working on Stompy and helping me on this project. So what this robot is, it's a 200-pound Wi-Fi deploying tank robot. So what it does, we control it over the Wi-Fi network that we deploy. On board we have a web server on a little ASUS netbook that's running on Bluetooth that has a Node.js web server. It's an event-driven web server. And we just use that minimalistic function of it. So even though it's JavaScript, it's good enough to use in a robotic system. It's good enough for real-time control of this robot. So what we do is we can deploy these, I'll do it manually, but we can deploy these Wi-Fi repeaters as we go along. That'll relay the signal to the robot, as well as create a Wi-Fi network for like you to go out and use if you have a smartphone or a laptop. So we could also drive this thing into tunnels by dropping one of these at the mouth of the tunnel, driving in, and as needed drop the second one. The runtime of these repeaters boxes with current configuration is about 30 hours, which means that you could go out, drop one of these, drive back, load up with more, and then extend them out further. We've had this thing driving upstairs, which is the archetypical rough terrain that a lot of people use for judging how well a robot can go up and down things. So we can drive through mud. As you can see, we're caked up with dirt and muck and probably some dog dew, which is going to be fun cleaning later on.
Yeah.
But we'd be able to go over rubble piles and over some pretty difficult terrain. So the reason why we did a robot in the first place is a robot is an extension of your own will. So we want to create this so it can deploy a Wi-Fi network so we can extend our will over a larger area. Wi-Fi deployment is actually a secondary function for this robot. So as you can see in the front, we have these two interesting looking Cylon Raider cutouts in the very front, and that's what we're calling instrumentation bays. We have a gearbox that we made that we can have arms that can go for mobility or hold things like ground penetrating radar or a Nerf gun, or actually quite seriously like a flamethrower for like burning back brush.
Sure.
Which is a place where most firefighters that do stuff with large forest fires get hurt using back burning, not the actual fires themselves. So we could send robots out to go and do the back burning. I mean, who cares if this robot that cost me $2,500 to make gets burned? It's a lot nicer to have that at the end of the day than someone who's been maimed and has to be in the burn center. So this robot is mainly just a platform for doing other things, and it also deploys a Wi-Fi network to help you go and do those things.